Hello, UCAR. Peter Christensen here, coming to you from the CEO's desk. We're going to talk today a little. I'm just going to give you an update. I've been a little hesitant to do this just because I don't know how useful it is. Not that much has changed, but things could change. But I'm getting enough questions about, okay, Peter, what does the settlement do for how does it affect us and what's going on? So I'm not going to get into who's covered, who's not covered. You can talk to your corporate folks about that and figure that out. But what does it mean for realtors in Utah and in UCAR? Okay, so we're doing a lot of things included in the settlement already. So I think it'll be a less significant change in Utah than it will be in other states. But basically, some NAR rules are going to change in July. We're hearing mid to end of July. The NAR is going to implement these rule changes per the settlement. The settlement just got preliminarily approved by the court, so they're going forward in the process. Okay, so what should you be doing? How should you be getting ready? Well, the forms committee at the UAR is working pretty vigorously to adapt forms to fit with these changes. And so the big one will be probably the buyer-broker agreement. That's the one that's going to maybe have a little bit of a facelift. And what it'll do is really give you options, because now the requirement will be to get that signed before touring properties. And so we know that covers a lot of situations, meeting a buyer for the first time off a referral to a long-time repeat client. And so we're trying to make the form work for a variety of different situations and give you some flexibility and adaptability to your any different circumstances you find yourself in with buyers. So look for that, and there may be some other minor forms changes, brokerage payment addendum maybe. So what do you do now? Well, we're working to get those done as soon as possible because we want to start teaching and getting word out about those before July. And so hoping kind of in June we can have some time to have those ready and have those being taught. So look to UCAR and the UAR for classes, videos. I'll make some videos updating you on the forms changes once they become final. Articles produced. We're going to do our best to just blast the word out on the tools that are now available or will be available to you, and best practices. So kind of how we envision those tools, like the new buyer-broker agreement being used, and how they fit into being compliant with the new NAR rules. Obviously, the MLS will have some changes. The BAC will no longer be in there. So they will do a good job of getting information out about that as well. And so right now, I think educating, getting up to speed on what the settlement really means and what it doesn't. There's still a lot of misinformation out there. A lot of, I hear buyers no longer pay commission. It's been outlawed. The NAR no longer controls commissions. Well, the NAR never controlled commissions. Buyers, it's still negotiable whether buyers pay the commission. There's still the option of a listing brokerage or a seller to offer a cooperative commission. So really the way real estate is being done isn't necessarily changing. It's just where it's posted. It's not in the MLS anymore, or won't be in the MLS anymore once the settlement and the rule changes go into effect. So right now, I think getting up to speed, reading the NAR materials on what the settlement means. They've done a good job. There's lots of good information on their website about it. And then look to, once the changes to the forms are finalized, we're going to, hopefully it'll be hard to not know that they've been changed because we're going to get so much information out there. So look for videos, look for classes, look for opportunities to learn about it so you can be up to speed when they go into effect in July. That's kind of it. Like I said, there's not a ton to there's nothing's final right now. And so just, I just don't think there's any reason to panic. There will be a ton of information put out there once the forms are finalized, once the best practices are sort of honed in, and I think it'll be hard not to be able to get information on it. So, yeah, hopefully that helps. Remember, this is not legal advice, legal information only. If you need specific legal advice, please contact your attorney. Thanks for tuning in.